Hello. Dirty trucking. Oh, man, up here taking a break out here in no man land. Well, taking 12 minutes to go 3 miles. It don't take 12 minutes to go 3 miles. Got a problem here. Every time I buy water, they fucking with it. They watching every brand of water I buy. If I start buying bottled water, they come laying bottled waters out there on the ground. They start fucking with the water. That's why I'm leery of leaving water in a container in the car, because they are coming to the car. Because I know they're coming to the car because they went in my purse and opened the little tool I had. I didn't open the tool, and the tool was sealed in the car and in the pack, because I didn't need to use it. I was going to take it back and return it, but I kept it so long. I said, well, I might as well keep it. I may need it, later. It's a tool that I use, that I was using out there in trucking. We all have them. And the pack, I was wondering why it was open. Now, I switched purses. This is my Bahama purse. That tool was open in its purse because I found the top plastic piece of it in the purse. So, I'm like, who opened that? And for it to be open, that means you came in this car, because I leave my purse in the car on the floor. So, that tool should not have been opened in this bag, because I didn't have that tool in this bag when I first got it. I had it in my other purse. That's problem number one. And they fucking with the bottled water. And I understand why you fucking with water. Why is you fucking with me in water? That's why my skin is so dry. I'm not sure if it's all from the shower water in the apartment. The water in the apartment needs to be tested, because there's high chlorine levels. That's why I'm itching. That's why my skin is excessively itching. And I'm itching in areas I shouldn't be itching, because my skin is dry. Every kind of lotion I buy, it absorbs in my skin. And I'm putting oil, all kind of shit on me to try to stay hydrated, because my skin is drying out. These people are going around doing something, drying out my fucking skin. Why are you fucking with my skin? Why are you fucking with my products I use on my skin? Why are you fucking with the water I shower with and drink with that's fucking up my skin? I smell the chlorine in the water. Now, if you showering with it, it dries your skin out. If you drinking your own faucet water and it has that high level chlorine in it, it's drying you out from the inside out. So not only am I showering with this water, I'm drinking the water. So I told you my water bottle exploded in the car. So I ain't got another one. So I'm forced to go back and buy bottled water. So I was in Myers the other day. This is where I saw this brand, and I've never seen it before. It's called Well Water. We got a problem here. You want to know why it's empty? Because I just pulled it out the window. Because when I reached in the bag to get the water, the bag was wet on the inside. And I'm wondering why it's wet on the inside. Because I just bought 2 of these last night. Last night before Myers closed. And I drank one because I wanted to taste what well water tastes like. This is supposed to be real well water. And I'm like, what's well water? Because I was into that country stuff. I used to watch Little House on the Prairie. Seen them get water out the well. It looked interesting. And then I watch horror movies. That's where they usually throw the dead bodies at. I say, am I drinking dead body water? What is this? So, I bought 2 bottles. I drank one. It's an interesting taste. Yeah, it's an interesting taste to be well water. I'm like, damn, this is what they were drinking back then? Almost like I need to put something in it for me to get it down. So, I had this bottle. My intention was to have it to drink while I'm out here. Put it in the refrigerator. Now, my son swiped my Gatorade. My son left out. And I didn't have my chair beside the door when he leaves out. That's why I don't be liking other people being in my place, because I like to have my door secure. I like to be able to pinpoint how they coming in the apartment. But if you got somebody running in and out, I can't keep it secure, or I'm asleep when they leaving, so I'm laying there sleeping. Then when I happen to wake up, I see the door and up and set the door. I can't catch them motherfuckers, because I can't prove nothing when I'm asleep. And then, as long as I got a chair beside the door, I know they didn't come in the apartment. And I can narrow it down. Had I discovered this cat was like this before I left the apartment, I would have known who did it. But I was wondering why the inside of the Myers bag right here. Because I bought me a grapefruit. And it was inside the bag. Over these bottles was rolling around on the floor yesterday. I drank one. The bag wasn't wet when I got to the house. Neither one of the bags. I'm out here today. I go in the bag just now to get my water. The inside of the bag is wet. Why the fuck is the bag wet? The cap is on it. So I end up turning it like this, and it started dripping off under the cap. It was water coming off under the cap. So I end up taking my hand and screwing the cap. I see the cap was kind of like unscrewed a little bit. And then I went on ahead and went to screw the cap off, and seeing that the cap came all the way off, the protective seal didn't break. Look at this, all the way around. It didn't break. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Somebody had tampered with the cap. The way they fixed it, the way it can come off, and they could do something to the water and put the cap back on and make it look like it wasn't messed with. But see, what they did was they didn't screw the cap all the way on, and it was leaking while I had it in the bag rolling around on the floor. So that indicated to me something was going on with this top that shouldn't have been going on, because I'm the one placed it in the refrigerator. I took it out of a bag that it was rolling around on the floor in, and the bag wasn't wet. So you just saw me take it off. Look at the seal. It's intact. Let me tell you what they did. Look at the teeth in there. The protective seal teeth. Those are sticking out. That is supposed to help the cap stay secure for the security seal. And it's supposed to catch when you unscrewing it and break the seal here. But it didn't. Look at the rest of them. They've been smoothed down. Somebody took something and ran it up under this cap and smoothed it down so they can get the cap off to get to the water. Now, who the fuck did that? Now, my son left this morning. He left out, and I was laying there for about at least 3 hours without the chair up on the side of my door. He swiped my Gatorade, because I had to get on about that. Why'd you take my Gatorade? And my water was next to the Gatorade. Ain't nobody in the house but me and him. Now, I'm laying there 3 hours with the door unsecure. Did somebody come in the apartment and do this? The only time I had this water unattended in here on the floor was when I went to go get something to eat at Detroit Wings over there. And I briefly walked away from the car to go into the gas station. They'll give me something to drink, and it's a bag of chips. That's the only time I walked away from the car for somebody to possibly had went out here to the car and maybe done something. But I think it may have been done in the apartment. Look at the teeth. Why is the rest of them smoothed down? They smoothed them down so they can remove the cap undetected. That tampering with water, tampering with food. We were discussing that at the Detroit Wing Company. A girl was coming in there to pick up her order. And they were discussing that. She was picking up pop. And the guy was tying the bag up at a knot, and I told him, "No, you ain't got to tie mine up. Now I'm finna eat my sandwich after you make it." He said, "No." She said, "No, I'm picking up a delivery." She's doing some sort of DoorDash or something. So she's picking up delivery, because you know how people tamper with the food. Because I saw a video on TikTok of a white guy. He was delivering some McDonald's to somebody's house. I guess he did not know the house had a doorbell camera, and the doorbell recorded him drinking out of her pop. And then setting the food down. Then she came to the door and got her food. He had drank out of her pop on camera, and they posted it on TikTok. We were talking about tampering with food, going up under the lid. So that's what they do. They fix these caps the way they can remove them, and then put them back on. Look like it ain't been tampered with. But what they did, they didn't screw it all the way. So the bottle was leaking the whole time it's on the bag. Ain't God good? Ain't God good? Ain't God good? God fixed it for me to know that somebody tampered with this bottle of water. God watching over me. And he know what you did. He fixed it. So I could know that they tampered with this. This is well water. I've never drank well water. It's an interesting taste. I got it because I just wanted something to drink. And I was in Myers last night. And I got me 2 bottles of it. I drank the first bottle. Interesting taste. I pulled this out because the cap has been messed with. Now, who did it? It's only me and my son in the apartment. He left out early. So I was asleep. I didn't do it. I know when I set it in the refrigerator, it wasn't like this, because the bag that I took it out of would have been wet when I took it out the bag to set it in the refrigerator. And the bag that I have right here is the bag it came in, and it was laying on the table. So if the bag wasn't wet when I put it in the refrigerator, the tampering of the top happened sometime after I put it in the refrigerator. My son left before me. He swiped my Gatorade. I had this water sitting next to my Gatorade. And then the door was unsecured for at least about 3 hours while I was laying there asleep. And then I walked away from this car briefly to go to the gas station to get me a pop and a bag of chips while they make my sandwich at Detroit Wing Company over there on Mac. So, where was I when this bottle got tampered with? Was it in my apartment? In the refrigerator? Or was it in this car laying on the floor when I walked away from it? This is what they do. These people keep fucking with me in water and fucking with me through water. Trying to convince me that faucet water is bad for you. We've been drinking faucet water all our lives. And the only reason the water is bad for us is the shit you putting in it to keep the water clean. You're putting too much chlorine in it. And that chlorine is drying my skin out. My skin is itching. I got to buy different lotions. I'm trying all kind of lotions, and all the lotions is absorbing on my skin. Vaseline is absorbing on my skin. That's how dry I am from the fucking chlorine of Detroit water in my apartment. And I smell the chlorine when I'm using the water. I smell the chlorine when I'm showering. It burns my eyes briefly. I smell the chlorine when I get a cup of water out the faucet. We're drinking chlorine water. And they're on TV talking about removing the fluoride out the water. Somebody's concerned about taking the fluoride out the water. Now they're talking about teeth. What you doing to do? You trying to fuck up somebody's teeth now? What the fuck? What are you doing? It seems like when they start talking about this on TV, shit started happening. Why are you talking about fluorine when you need to be talking about the chlorine? It's the chlorine that's drying out my skin. And I'm getting at it two ways. From showering and from digesting it from drinking faucet water. And I told you my bottle that I have water in busted yesterday, other day, blew up on the floor, the bottom. And that shows you, that goes to show you, this was water from the faucet that I froze in that plastic container water bottle. And I bring it in here and lay it on the floor so it can thaw out. And then all of a sudden the bottom just exploded. Pow! So what's in the water that built up that much gas pressure? The pressure to make that plastic water bottle explode from the bottle. It exploded. It didn't just crack open. It exploded. It was an explosion noise, and I seen a puff of smoke come up. It was the bottled water. It was the bottle that I bought for my water and the water from the faucet that froze in the bottle. It exploded on the floor. And I haven't went and got another bottle of water. Well, I'm going to do it now since we're talking about it. What happened? Every time I get water, somebody fucking with it. Cap loose. I'm not going to go for that cap loose shit. The seal knot. They do this with milk. I used to buy milk in the grocery store and go take the cap off. The protective seal, same way. It'll just come off with the cap. That means somebody in their store had tampered with the milk and they knew I was coming to get it. So where was I at when they tampered with this goddamn well water? Why would you be fucking with my water? Who ran something up under this cap and screwed those teeth down to where you could screw this cap off undetected and put it back on? They could have put anything in there. I'm not drinking this shit. And you know what? I'm tired of them fucking with my shit. I'm tired of them fucking with my shit. I'm tired of them doing this to my shit. I'm tired of them coming in my fridge fucking with my shit. If I catch you, that's your ass. Don't let me catch you doing this shit. I'm sick of it. It's stupid. They're going around fucking with shit. What you put in the water? We just got through discussing that at the Detroit Wing Company. About how they come in there and tamper with people's shit. Especially when you delivering beverages. I wouldn't trust that. We clear on TikTok the dude drinking out this woman's pop on her porch. And then handed the shit to her. He went to set it down. And then she came to the door. He picked it up and handed it to her. I doubt she looked at her doorbell camera yet. Or either she looked at it and knew. And I hope she reported that shit to McDonald's. Because I believe it was a McDonald's he brought her. He's standing there on the porch with his motherfucking big ass and drank out her fucking pop. This is what they do. They coming in his car, going in my purse, You're not going to tell me don't have keys. And I'm not going to keep living like this where I got to put shit upside the door. I can't leave my purse in the car with shit in it. They coming in the car all day. They out there talking. What is this? What is this? What is this? You talking about a tool. It ain't none of your business what it is. Who purse was it in, bitch? Is your name on that purse, bitch? Anything that belong to you, bitch. So why the fuck you want to know what the fuck this is that's in my purse? It ain't your business. You understand me? And you better stop tampering with these caps on this shit you know I'm finna go buy. Don't let me catch your ass. Don't let me catch your ass. And don't get caught. That's why I'm putting the word out. You better watch these people stocking these shelves with these goddamn bottled waters. You better watch these people when they leaving their vehicles. You better watch who coming around their vehicles. You better watch what they doing to these coolers in there with these beverages on there before I come in there. They have this shit already there. How did this water cap get like this for it to be leaking? It wasn't leaking yesterday. I bought it and went and finished doing some more trips. It was rolling around on the floor. If it was leaking yesterday, the bag would have been wet by the time I came to the house. It wasn't wet. It wasn't wet. Now, had I tipped the bottle to the side, maybe that would have let me know it was done in the apartment. And the only people there is me and my son. And then the door was unsecure for 3 hours. Because he leave out early. He leaving out early now. He leaving out early while I'm laying there on the couch sleep. And I can't secure my door. See, that's why I be liking living alone. Because I'm trying to catch these motherfuckers and get evidence on what the fuck they doing. But you got people running in and out, and then you sleep while they leaving when you got your shit secure. Now, while you sleep, they gonna be slipping in there on you because you sleep. They don't want to disturb you when they leaving out. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe that was the plan. Maybe that was the plan all along, to find a way to have somebody, to have them leaving out the house where the door could be unsecure and I'm laying up there asleep. Maybe that was the plan the whole goddamn time. If I catch you fucking with my shit, and my sugar gone. I bought a 5-pound bag of sugar. Asked my son what happened to it. I went back to drinking Kool-Aid. I'm trying to get off these beverages. That's a better downgrade from it for me because I don't put no whole lot of sugar in Kool-Aid. But it's not the best beverage, but it's better than pop to me because I don't put no whole lot of sugar in it. So I started back going to Kool-Aid. Bought a 5-pound bag of sugar. I only used about 1.5 cups of sugar. This Kool-Aid I just made, I accidentally used 2 cups of sugar, but I only used about 1 cup and maybe a little 4.5 cup. I'm trying to downgrade to just 1 cup of sugar for the Kool-Aid because I make 2 quarts. I don't want it to be too bitter. But I only, at the time, that sugar, the bag was damn near almost empty. It was only about 1/4 of a bag of sugar in there. When I went in there to go make the 3rd pitcher of Kool-Aid, if I'm only using 1.5 cups to 2 cups, a 5-pound bag of sugar on the 3rd pitcher of Kool-Aid, when I'm making that 3rd pitcher, shouldn't be gone. What happened to the sugar? I asked my son what happened to the sugar. He didn't say anything. He sent a message now because I done re-asked him, what happened to the motherfucking sugar? All the sugar gone. All the sugar gone. Is this bitch coming in my apartment shopping, taking sugar? You better watch this shit. You better watch this shit. You better watch this shit. If I catch you, your ass gone.